Alright, Schlockmeister fans, we're visiting another one from my previous channel. Again, from this 50 Chilling Classics movie pack. It's called Naked Massacre. Let's check it out. Our movie takes place in Belfast, Ireland. There's a guy named Kane. He's coming back from the Vietnam War. And he's trying to get home to Wisconsin. And this is where he is at the moment. A lot of chaos going on in Belfast.
Catholic or Protestant?
American.
Where have you come from?
Saigon.
Vietnam.
If you don't mind.
What brings you to Belfast?
My ship docked here.
Where are you heading?
Home.
And here we have a home filled with nurses. They're like nursing students or something.
Same old news. Bombing here, shooting there. That's the idea of fun.
Anyway, he spends the night in a hostel somewhere. Doesn't have a lot of money, not sure how he's going to get home, I guess.
Where are you from?
Vietnam.
The next day, he sees a bunch of the nurses leave their domicile. Now he knows where they live. Who knows what he's thinking? He's talking to the dude that he met in the hostel.
Why did I cut out and jump into another hell over here? Or why did I come through here instead of Sweden? Why didn't I have the guts or to take any more of Vietnam?
Because you don't even have the guts to touch your bitch of a wife.
At one point, he picks up a prostitute and he pays her to dance. I can't show you, but she is topless. Something draws him to the nurse's home and he just walks right in.
Are you looking for somebody? Is there something I can do for you?
I'd like something to eat if you don't mind.
Well, two of the girls actually gave him some food and sent him on his way. But you know what? You keep giving a cat milk, it's going to keep coming back. And that's what he does. He comes back and he breaks in their apartment that night.
Don't scream. I won't hurt you. Don't.
Well, he rounds them all up. There's like 7 or 8 of them. 8 of them, I think.
If you need money, we'll give it to you. We'll give you all the money we've got.
Then I'll get out of here. That's a promise.
He wants money. At least that's what he says.
See? Born for hell.
You don't need to worry, you know. We have some money for you in the house. And nobody's going to say anything once you've gone. I mean, you won't even tell anyone you've been here. I give you my word.
Apparently he has other things on his mind now.
Follow me. Follow me. You got to say it. You got to say it. Ask for it. Say it now. Fuck me. Fuck me.
He doesn't actually do anything sexual to her, though. He ends up just choking her to death.
Is she?
He doesn't tell him that he killed the one girl, obviously.
Get undressed, if you don't mind.
Now he picked 2 other girls. And I can't show you. And he forces them to do stuff to each other.
Come on. Go down. Kiss her.
When he's finished with the show, he forces one girl to stab the other girl.
Come on. It's easy.
And here comes another victim. This woman tried to hide in the closet, and that's where she's going to die. This woman wouldn't stop praying out loud. So he stabbed her in the back. And the weird thing is, the other woman in the room, not the one hiding under the bed, but there's another one in the room, starts laughing. So he decides to feed her ice cream.
It's good, isn't it?
And then he hands her a knife, which she proceeds to stab into her belly, killing herself. What the hell? Meanwhile, the one woman still is hiding underneath the bed. He doesn't know she's there because there were supposed to be 8 people, which there were. He killed them all. Notice his tattoo. Born from hell. And then, but this was a visitor, so there was a 9th person there he wasn't aware of. Next day he leaves, he goes to a bar, and the murder is the big talk of the town.
7.
7 at my age, I don't remember.
Good boy. Yeah, I was seeing you know. What did they ask, Henry?
Good. The one who survived. The one who hid under the bed. But she can't talk. She's in a shock.
No wonder, with her 8 girlfriends butchered.
You mean there was another girl in that house?
So now he's scared that that one survivor may have seen his tattoo. So he decides he's going to try to cut it off. Which doesn't work. He ends up in the hospital, and the doctor sees it right away and realizes who he's got.
So it's you.
Now, was he trying to kill himself, or was he trying to cut off his tattoo? I don't know, but he lived. He's going to try to bribe the doctor, and that's where our movie kind of abruptly ends.
5,000 pounds. It's a lot of money for a man who wants to die.
All right. Naked Massacre. Now, this is a movie that is on this 50 Movie Pack Chilling Classics compilation. I've seen this movie one time in my life, back in 2012 when I reviewed it for the first time on my previous channel. I remember at the time thinking, boy, that is a grim, dark movie. And I still believe that after watching it today for the second time in my life. We have here a story that's very loosely based on the Richard Speck killings in Chicago, I think it was. When was that? In the late 60s, early 70s? He killed 8 nurses, I think, in Chicago, and this is kind of mirrors that a little bit. We have this, I don't want to call him a drifter, but his guy just came back from the Vietnam War. He's on his way home, and somehow he's going through Belfast, Ireland at the time. He gets off a boat, and he still wants to get home back to Wisconsin, but I don't know why exactly he's in Belfast. But whatever the case is, he's on his way home, and he's in Belfast. Well, he kind of drips around a little bit, doesn't have a lot of money, hangs out in a bar, spends the night in a hostel, meets this guy from Vietnam, actually, and kind of befriends him a little bit. And he sees this house full of nurses, and that intrigues him somewhat. So he hops over there one day, walks right into the house when they're having a party, and the woman's like, "Can I help you?" And he's like, "I could really use some food. I'm hungry." So they're nice enough. They give him some food, but they say, "You know what? Men aren't allowed in here. You got to go. So here's a bag full of food, and have some fun." So he leaves with the food. I guess he's thankful. But then he comes back the next night, or the same night, I guess, and pulls a knife on 2 of the girls there, drags them into a room, and then basically rounds up all the other girls there and hogties them and just, puts the thing in their mouth and just basically keeps them at bay. Then he takes one girl out and takes her to another room, and we think he's going to assault her or something. And he kind of gives the impression that he's going to, but he doesn't really do that. He ends up choking her with a tie, I think, choking her to death. Then he takes 2 girls, goes back to the room, takes 2 girls out with him, makes them undress, and makes them perform oral acts on each other, which they don't really show, but that's what was allegedly happening here. I guess that's how he gets his rocks off. When he's done, or when they're done, I guess, he makes one girl hold the knife, and then he kind of guides the knife into the other girl, so he kind of helped one girl kill the other. I'm guessing he killed the girl who had the knife in her hand too. I don't know, but they didn't show that. He goes back to the room, he kills somebody else, and he kills this other woman who was hiding in a closet. He basically kills all 8 nurses. Now, what he doesn't know is that there's a woman hiding underneath the bed who was like a visitor that evening. And he's afraid now the next morning after the story breaks and the bodies are found, he's gotten away with it. He's afraid that that one survivor may have seen his tattoo, which is Born for Hell, which, by the way, was the original title of this movie. So he decides to go into this public toilet. Now, I don't know for sure if he was trying to cut off his tattoo so it wouldn't be seen, or was he trying to kill himself? I don't know, but he starts bleeding all over the place in this public toilet. And the next thing you know, they cut away and he's in a hospital bed. And the doctor's working on him, working on his arm. And the doctor's wiping off the blood off his arm. And then he sees the tattoo. He's like, oh, it's you. You're the one. So obviously this is known. So obviously the tattoo is known. And the guy says something to the effect of $5,000 or something like 5,000 pounds. I don't know if he was trying to bribe the doctor or what exactly he was saying. But then the movie just stops. It ends. So I don't know, kind of a strange ending to this movie. So that is Naked Massacre. Again, it's a gritty, sleazy, just dark, grimy, dirty movie. Perfect schlock stuff here. It's got some nudity in here, a lot of violence, and it's just grim. It really is grim. You can't really root for anybody in this movie. It's just dark and dirty and disgusting, but I love it. Right? So this is exactly what sleazy movies are all about, this kind of junk here. So anyway, that is Naked Massacre. It's put out on VHS. I think it's in the public domain now because it's on multiple compilations and stuff. It's on some very low-budget DVDs, which are all pretty much VHS rips. Like I said, I got it on this 50 movie pack thing, which I've had in my collection for, 15, 20 years or something, a long time. So, but yeah, I do recommend this movie. It is decent, and I'm pretty sure it is streaming on YouTube right now, nudity and all. So check it out. Let me know what you think about it. It's dirty, it's fun, it's a good movie to watch. So you should let me know what you think about it and leave some comments down below. I'll leave a link down below if you're looking to buy it too, and you should buy it because this is a good one to own in your collection if you're into this kind of garbage. So check it out, leave some comments. It's Naked Massacre. Watch it. Bye.